Hello. Yes, I'm pink. I'm soft. I look like I was designed by a 3-year-old. But first of all, Fudge, I am not just a defensive piece. I am not a walking wish button. I am not a passive pink punching bag for your setup sweepers. I am Alomomola. Say it with respect. Let's talk about the slander. You're just a Regan pivot. You click protect to install. You don't even evolve. No, I don't evolve. Good. That means I hit my final form before any of you did. Get on my level. And let me show you who backs me up because I roll with real ones. First up, I am Treads. Spins hazards, smashes lives, and protects me like the iron wall I'm falsely accused of being. Then we got Ninetales. Together we create scalding disappointment for anyone trying to set up in our face. Next, Scovillain. You thought I was bad. This Pokemon has an entire rap about it. Then Munchao, she regenerates. I regenerate. We dip, we never leave you alone. And then, Azumarill. I miss Diggersby so much, so go ahead, keep calling me a defensive piece. Keep thinking all I do is click protect, but just know. Behind every stall turn, behind every healing wish, behind every slow, unassuming flip turn, I'm plotting your downfall.
Remember to like the video and subscribe to A12 to watch more Pokemon draft content.
Oh, sweet. So my opponent benched Houndstone, which is really big. I was really nervous he was going to play like a spin block game with the Houndstone and the Gliscor. So we don't need to worry about that. I think I'm just going to immediately lead my Mienshao. My Mienshao is good on neutral against basically everything on his team besides the Pheasantipity. And we will play from there. Yep. Yeah, it's because Triple Axel close combat hits his team very hard. I'm running Taunt. The Taunt was to prevent like Rest Talk from the Houndstone, but it's also nice for a potential Roost on that Pheasantipity. So we'll see what he leads. I think you're probably going to lead the Gliscor and try to get up your Toxic Orb off early. You might also lead your Jolteon to try to get your Terra off early, as you are Terra Water, which I'm guessing you brought specifically to be able to deal with my Iron Treads. So let's get into this. I really regret not bringing Roaring Moon. I benched Roaring Moon because I was so paranoid of like Terra Fairy Houndstone, but it's not Terra Fairy Houndstone. It got benched. With this team, I think he has to play for like Dragon Dance Best Caliber endgame. It's because Iron Valiant isn't very good into my team. The one Pokemon I didn't want to see. Okay. Pheasantipity. Got it. Now I'm just going to set up a substitute. It's because if this wants to go for U-turn, predicting my Iron Treads, that would kind of be a win for me. If you go for the Moonblast, that's fine. I'm Regenerator. I can Regenerator all the HP that my substitute is going to do to myself. And we will play from here. You could also U-turn into Jolteon if it's Alluring Voice. It's because Alluring Voice will go behind my substitute. And I don't think you're going to be choice locked just for your Terra Water. So I get my substitute off. Do you Moonblast? Do you U-turn? Okay, like I expected. If the Jolteon is Alluring Voice, you'll go out into Jolteon this turn. If you're not Alluring Voice, I don't know who you go here. Maybe you go Gliscor and try to get your Toxic Orb and then double the Pheasantipity. That's a play. If it's a Jolteon, it is definitely Alluring Voice. Jolteon, this is definitely running Alluring Voice. Okay, and it is Flame Orb. Good to note. Does Alluring Voice take out my set? Yep, Alluring Voice definitely kills me. Yeah, so I can't afford to risk Alluring Voice on my face. So I'm just going to go out into my Ninetales, get my Sun up. It's because I imagine you go for the Alluring Voice to try to take me out. You might go for the Volt Switch if you really expect a double. But I don't know if you'll expect that. So we get our Drought. You go for the Alluring Voice like I somewhat expected. This is Terra Water, so this can Terra Blast me. But something tells me it's probably not going to want to. I mean, Ninetales has like respectable bulk and can one-shot this back. So I am just going to go for the very safe Baton Pass. As you Volt Switch, fair enough. You outspeed. Do a little bit of trip. Not sure I like myself taking that trip, but that's fine. No matter who you go out into here, you're kind of cooked by my Scovillain. which is Terrifier, and he had a Heatran. I seriously gambled the Heatran wasn't going to come to the Roaring Moon Treads matchup, and I got kind of bailed. It's because the one thing very silly about this league is each side has basically 6 Terra Captains. So I thought there was a high possibility he wouldn't prep from my Scovillain, which was my 2-pointer, and fortunately he did not. It's because both Slowking and Heatran are benched, so he has no fire resist. Besides a Terra Water Jolteon. So let's see, what do you do here? You go out into this, the Pheasantipity. Okay. I should be able to one-shot Pheasantipity with my very funny Terra Fire guy. I think I'm like Flamethrower, Overheat. So I just go immediately out into Scovillain. Very brain dead. Do I one-shot this is the question with Flamethrower. Scovillain. I definitely expect this to be physically defensive in the Roaring Moon matchup. Probably running Shucka. Or Barbary if he wants to catch Ironhead. I definitely Terra here. I'm Terrifier. Flamethrower is like a roll to kill. Overheat 100% kills. Am I scared of anything coming out on my Overheat? Not really. I think I'm just going to Overheat take this out. It's because this Gone will be very big for my Mienshao in game. It's because this is one of the main things stopping my Mienshao besides that Jolteon. So, big Terrifier. I should be able to one-shot this multiple times over. It's because Scovillain is very funny in the sun as the Terrifier. I miss. Yeah. That pretty much sums up how our season's going. This is going to poison. It does poison. I called it. That perfectly explains how my season, this entire run has been going. I've just been getting hacks the shit out of. Okay. That really sucks. It's because this would have been a dead Pheasantipity, and I would have been at full HP Scovillain and an excellent position. So Pheasantipity finally goes down, but it basically does half to my Scovillain, which is really unfortunate. So Pheasantipity gone. What you have left is Rillaboom, Gliscor, Baxcalibur, and yeah. God. It's because now I'm going to be in Ice Shard range too, is the thing from that Baxcalibur. And I should have just clicked Flamethrower, went for the roll to kill. I mean, I didn't want to risk like some special defense investment, but I'm like 90% sure that was like a max defense Pheasantipity to check my Roaring Moon. So you're going to think about this for a while. Who do I think you go? Little Ronnie. This is the Flame Body user. Yep. I'm just going to go straight out into my Treads. Because my Treads is going to be able to take any one hit this wants to go for. It's because even if he is Terra Blast, he has to deal with the Sun up, which is big. I could have went out into my Aloe, but I didn't want to risk a situation of like Alomomola versus that Baxcalibur. If I'm Terra Grass, I'm not Terra Fairy. I know that Baxcalibur is a very good way for him to win the game, especially now that my thing got chipped for no reason. So you do Terra, I assume you're Terra Blasting. Otherwise that would make very little sense, but I should be able to take a Terra Blast. I mean, I'm AV Treads. So you go for Terra Blast, probably going to do about half, I would imagine. Probably less than half, honestly. So you go for Terra Blast, that's going to do... Yeah, it does like nothing. I can Earthquake, trying to take this out. Do I go for the Ice Spinner on the raw Gliscor? I think I do. I don't think you stay in here with Jolteon. Your Jolteon is your best way to revenge kill my thing. So you do Withdraw. Probably gonna be the Gliscor, I imagine, and I'm about to get a very big Ice Spinner off. Throck, Warden, the Gliscor. Sweet. So I'm gonna get a big Ice Spinner off. Should be solid to a KO. Yep, solid to a KO. So I'm just gonna Ice Spinner again. And take out this Gliscor. If you go out into the Baxcalibur, I can just Steel Beam you to death. If you go out into Rillaboom, not the end of the world. So you're thinking about this for a while. Probably gonna go Rillaboom, honestly. Man. You have so much priority that that damage on my Scovillain is gonna be pivotal. See, I think Scovillain would have very easily won this game. Like, I just had to... Like, after Fuzz and Dipty was gone, went down, I could just ban flamethrowers. But it got... It took that chip because it missed overheat, and now is poisoned. This is a toxic run, by the way. I drafted a very toxic team, so I'm gonna have a very, like, toxic playstyle. So, okay, Gliscor goes down. Sweet. We don't have to worry about rocks on the field. What you have left is a Valiant, a Jolteon, Rillaboom, and Baxcalibur. I imagine you go Valiant here. Because you can't risk potential Mega Horn on my treads, which I actually almost brought. No, you're willing to risk Mega Horn. Fair enough, fair enough. I don't really have a good switch in for this anyways. Yeah, especially with that taking that chip. Do I have to let treads go down here? This means nothing I have is going to take a hit from this Rillaboom. How much turns of Sun do I have up? I have one more turn left. I also can't risk this getting a Swords Dance. I mean, my Manchow has to be my way to revenge kill this. You're probably going to go for the ground move. Do I go Aloe? If I go Aloe, the thing about going Aloe is the Iron Valiant is an issue if it's booster. Do I need a Azumarill for anything? My Azumarill is my best way to deal with the Baxcalibur, so I am just going to Ice Spinner. Please don't be weakness policy. Please don't be weakness policy. Not weakness policy, okay. Oh, right, I got rid of the terrain with that. High horsepower. That's going to take me out. Oh, wait, no, it just doesn't take me out. Sweet. And terrain is gone. So you can't Grassy Glide me. Do I Steel Beam for damage? I think Steel Beam's going to do more than my Ice Spinners are. I definitely have to sack this turn. I can't afford anything else taking that hit. So I think I'm going to Steel Beam. It's going to do a little more than Ice Spinner, and if you got into Baxcalibur, great. So I go Steel Beam. I get the crit. Okay. Yeah, so this is basically almost dead. He U-turns. Fair enough. I went for the Steel Beam. I didn't even think about U-turn. Yeah, so that actually was really big. So I could go Manchow here, fire off a very free, like, Coast Combat or Triple Axle, basically anything I want to go for, and it's going to get a kill. I imagine you have to sack off the Rillaboom here. Rillaboom is probably your most optional Pokemon at this stage of the game. You can go Valiant, but I feel like that's probably a booster Valiant with the way he's playing it. Yeah, it's probably booster Valiant with the way he's playing it because he hasn't went into it yet. So I 100% need to keep, like, my Alomomola healthy for that. I'm pretty sure he's going to be Calm Mind in this set. So you're thinking about this. You got into a little running the Jolteon. Fair enough. You're probably just Volt Switching here. Like, it's super free. My Ninetales is actually kind of free on a Volt Switch. So is my Aloe. You're actually probably a Learning Voice. Yeah, Learning Voice makes a lot of sense in this situation. So I am going to go with the Alomomola. It's because even if you go for the Thunderbolt, I am AV Alomomola, so I will take that hit. And I think you have to respect the potential AV bring as well, just in general. So you won't be able to Mirror Coat. You'd definitely a Luring Voice this turn, just because that's the only thing you have that will be able to one-shot my Manchow. Really regretting the Life Orb now. I was Life Orb because I liked its damage output that it got on, like, defensive Positivity, but I may end up regretting that. So I got him into my Aloe, which is AV. He goes for the Luring Voice, gonna do a little bit. Yeah. Now I imagine you Volt Switch here. And I am going to flip turn. If I should be able to take one Volt Switch. Yep, you Volt Switch. I should take that. I do take that. It's because it's funny, AB Aloe. I do threaten with Mirror Coat. I'm not running Mirror Coat though. Who do I think you go here? You probably have to go Bax, honestly. And Bax is a very free turn for my it's a very free turn for my Azumarill to basically get a kill. So I get my flip turn off. It's because all Bax can really do to my thing is basically just trade damage. I can also go out into Manchow. which will outspeed Insturn with close combat kill. This might be Scarf though, is the thing. Do I think this is Scarf in this matchup? No, I don't think Scarf makes any sense into the Azumarill matchup. So I think I am going to go out into my Manchow. Azumarill guaranteed a kill, but I kind of like the idea of keeping Azumarill a little bit healthy in case that Iron Valiant starts becoming an issue. So I'm just going to close combat. If you go out into Valiant, fine, you go out into Valiant. I force you to burn your booster. Probably going to be the Valiant coming out, but that's fine. I force it to burn its booster if it is booster, which I assume it is in this matchup. Yep, there comes Iron Valiant. It's also going to take Pivotal Chip, potentially getting it into my Azumarill Aquajet range. So speed, height end. Get my very big close combat off. About half. This is 100% friends with like Moonblast. Is it my Ninetales time? I do think this is special, but if he is like mixed in close combat, that might actually take out my Aloe. Do I outspeed? No, I don't. I definitely don't outspeed Booster Val with Scovillain. Do I? No, I 100% don't with Scovillain. I can't win with Scovillain. So I think I do have to sack Ninetales and hope he doesn't Swords Dance in my face. I don't think you will though. I think you're probably just going for the Moonblast or Calm Mind. So I go Ninetales. Get my Sun up. Actually, do I sack? Does a little bit. Do I sack Scovillain here? No, I think either way my Ninetales is my most optional Pokemon. I'm going to Healing Wish in the off chance you don't kill me, but I think you do just kill me. Yep. Okay, close combat, a dead Ninetales, but that's fine. So Ninetales gone. Scovillain isn't going to outspeed. I have to go out into my Fish, and I'm pretty sure I should be able to take one hit from this. If that Baxcalibur is Swords Dance, I might be in some trouble, but I think I should overall be okay. Really regretting not running Mirror Code on this. I probably should have ran Mirror Code over Healing Wish, but I thought there was going to be a situation where my Fish would get knocked. I am max attack on my Fish, so Baxcalibur won't be able to get multiple Swords Dance off. If it is Swords Dance, it might be... I don't know. This is a weird endgame. Do you preserve this? No, I don't think you preserve this. This game would have been so easy if I Scovillain just hit that overheat before. All I would have to do is go Scovillain, Flamethrower a few times, and that would be a good game. So Moonblast, that's going to do absolutely nothing. Play Rough, I'm going to miss. Oh, no, I do hit. Indeed hit. Okay. So, Valiant gone. What you have left is Bilteon and Baxcalibur. I do have to be careful about keeping things healthy. Yeah. So you got in Subzilla, fair enough. I have to play Rough, I'm pretty sure. I can't afford this getting up like subs. Yep, I'm gonna play Rough. I can't afford sub here. Dragon Dance? Okay, okay. I should be able to shot this, and even if I don't, I do have the Aloe in the back. Yep. If I'm pretty sure Scovillain should take a +1 hit. And you miss! Oh, that's unfortunate. I don't think it ended up mattering. I think no matter what happens, the end game is always my ability to play around that Jolteon. I could have revenge killed this with the Scovillain. So Baxcalibur gone. All you have left is that Jolteon. How many turns of Sun do you have? How many turns of Sun do I have up is the question. 3 turns. I definitely have to preserve this. Scovillain is going to outspeed anyways, so I'm just going to sack Scovillain here. Do I think this is Thunderbolt? Maybe. If it's Thunderbolt, I might be cooked, honestly. It's Thunderbolt. That might be a good game. Just because I don't have Mirror Coat. And I don't think my Azumarill takes a hit. Actually, it might. Jolteon isn't known for its special attack. Azumarill... Thunderbolt actually doesn't kill me. So I'm just going to play Rough, and as long as I hit, that should be a good game. I could also knock. Ispy's knock covers me potentially missing. Oh, no, no, no. Nope, nope. Okay, I think I knock. Ispy knock covers the potential miss as well. So Thunderbolt shouldn't be able to kill me. Doesn't kill me. I knock. Take him out, and that is good game. Ha! So we move out to 3 of 1, and our next match is going to be up against Will, which that should be a fun one. So see you guys in the next battle.